Welcome to CourtSide, where we sit on the sideline and we discuss sports as if we can do it better ourselves. I'm your host, Mr. 300. I'm joined by my co-host, as always, the Bay to LA. How you doing today, my brother?
Oh man, what's happening, man? I'm feeling good, man.
Man, y'all feeling good, man. You looking dapper today, man. You got the,
I got it on me. Come back from a little vacation.
yes, man. Much needed rest, much needed reset, man. And we back, man. So we took a couple weeks off to kind of reset, take a little break, and now we back to give these people the good content, the good news.
That's it. I seen your last episode, man.
Like
with the young phenom, man. That's good to see young people out there hooping, doing it right.
She did a thing, man. She came on CourtSide. She showed herself, man, and we had a good show.
That was a good interview, man.
Yes, it was.
I enjoyed it, man.
So, guys, if you like CourtSide, please like and subscribe to the show. We're enjoying all the positive feedback that we've been getting. We're here to give you guys this good content, but now we're going to jump right off into it, all right? Yeah. We're going to talk about your boy, man.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
We got to touch on it, man.
Rubbing my hands like Bird, man.
We going to talk about Steph Curry hitting the 4,000 mark as far as the three-point shooting. That was an iconic moment in NBA history. I'm going to let you start it off, man. What impact has that had on his legacy moving forward?
I think right now it's cementing his legacy as far as that GOAT talk. We got to talk about that iconic talk, that game changing, that generational player of the NBA talk. We got to put Steph there, man. It's really putting him in that upper echelon that you have to add with his legacy. So it's not just the 4 rings. It's not just the leader in 3-point shots. It's also, when we talk about Shaq, we talk about how dominant he was.
Yes.
When we talk about Jordan, we talk about the Jordan era and what he meant to the culture. When we talk about Steph, we also got to put him in that same regard as far as how people looked at his game, how it transitioned the NBA, how it's being played today with players and the generations. Listen, people who can't even play in the NBA, how he's changing lives like that, man. Hey, man, Curry like the young Mike Jack out there, man. You hear me? Thriller.
Man. Hey,
yeah.
I think you're going a little bit too far.
Thriller, man. What you mean?
All I'm saying is this. Now, he got the 4,000 mark. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's up there. But they didn't stop the game for him, though, man.
Say again?
They didn't stop the game.
For what?
Man, you mean, like when LeBron broke the record, they stopped the game, man. They presented him with the Curry didn't get that same type of love, man.
So they do that when it's almost over.
I'm just saying that's why we can't put him in that GOAT conversation, because he's not getting the same. It's like what Draymond told Paul Pierce. They don't love you like Kobe, man. You're not getting that Kobe love, man. You're not
That's
getting
what you're saying? Because they didn't stop. They didn't stop the game.
He don't get that love, man. I'm not saying they don't love him, but he's not gonna get that love.
Who is they?
Man, the league, man.
The league don't love Steph.
Not like that. He do. He got respect in the league, man. But like they didn't.
Oh, goodness.
They didn't pay homage to him, man. They didn't stop the game. They didn't present him with nothing. That was supposed to be done, man. He was supposed to.
It's cool.
If he in that goal conversation, he supposed to get that LeBron treatment, man. Like, we gonna stop the game. We gonna make this
what
a
Draymond
moment.
Told you, man. We going back to back.
Back to what?
You don't know?
Back to Mexico,
we
man.
Going back to back,
man. Back.
You talking about who gonna win it, man? We finna go back to back. We ready.
Man, no, just because y'all got Jimmy Butler, that don't mean y'all ready, man.
Listen,
what's that?
Stomping feet, you hear me?
Man,
whooping feet.
Y'all,
ain't that what they say in LA? We out here whooping feet,
y'all
man.
Looking good right now, but that's
looking real good
right now, man. But we gonna get to that, man. But let's stay on.
Come on, you too near me not to hear me, man.
Like,
come on,
let's
man. What
let's
we got?
stay on with the love that he didn't get for hitting them 4,000, man. That's a lot. The coverage wasn't there. Like, the coverage,
Stephen A. wasn't.
Man, like they
ESPN,
talked about it, but that was about it, man. Like,
I think
it was
you just missed it.
They
bro.
just passed. They just hit on it and went on, man.
No,
you know. Usually you get a few days of coverage and talking about the iconic.
About that.
Man, it wasn't.
I think you missed it, bro.
Yeah, because they didn't talk about it long enough.
No, I think you just preoccupied,
with
other things. I'm not, because this is about Steph, and we've been basking in the glory.
And who's in probably Golden State fans, but once
Steph fans.
Once he hit the 4,000,
everybody's a Steph fan.
He had a brief moment.
Who hates Steph?
And that was it.
No one hates Steph
because it's nothing really to hate.
Man, like, that's the young Mike Jack, man.
He changed, like he changed the game as far as the 3-point shot. I give him that. You know, but at the same point in time, I've always say he's ruining in the same sense.
No, it's more than the 3-point shot.
What else? What else?
The whole game of basketball is being played right now, man.
What else? What else?
When you look at, let me tell you something. When you look at how Michael Jordan changed the game, when you look at how Shaq changed the game, when you look how Kobe changed the game, listen, we got to get off into this Steph thing. He changed the game. He's iconic like that.
So outside the 3-point shot, what else did he do to change the game?
When we talk about, it's more than just the 3-point shot, okay? Because it's one, the endurance.
Yes.
Right?
Man, no.
It's
Rip Hamilton always had endurance. Ray Allen always had endurance.
Right, but where was Rip shooting from? Free throw line.
Yeah, mid-range.
Right.
Yeah.
Steph is doing it from half court area. Man, that's anywhere half court, he doing this. Coming off of screens.
Ray Allen came off screens.
And listen, not only does he do that, he got that handle.
He handles.
He will take it to the cup if need be. He does all that. Man, when we talk about how teams formulate teams moving in the future, they look at, hey man, I gotta have a big man who shoot threes.
Yes.
This is unheard of. Listen, I hate to even bring it up, but LeBron didn't bring you that. Steph brought you this. But look at all I brought you, man.
But you can make when the argument to say
Kobe. Remember Kobe, power forward. Guess what? Power forward had to hit that jumper, man. If you're gonna play with Cole, you got me.
I got you. I'm with you. But you can make the argument to say that the Phoenix Suns really introduced that style of play. Like if you look at the way they played, the way they got the 3-point shot up quick, you can say it's just a better version of them.
Steph made you love it though.
You're right. I give him that. So that's what I say.
That's all.
Outside shooting,
gonna put pain where
outside shooting the 3. Like granted, what he's done so far with the 3-pointers and the way he's helped transcend the game to another level, I'm giving him all that. I'm giving him all the praise. I'm giving him all the accolades.
Glad to see you turn a new leaf,
all
man.
I'm saying is this. He's not in that GOAT discussion, and he's not going to get that same type of love as LeBron's been getting.
You take one step forward and 2 steps back, bro.
You've seen it when he hit the 4,000. They even said it during the game because I watched the game. They was like, they already said pregame, once he breaks the record, they're not going to stop the game for him.
You know, it's funny how, people who always got something crazy to say about Steph, they never see nothing, but they always see it. Listen, let me tell you something. We're not done.
What you mean y'all not done?
Listen, 4K, that's light. We good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he might get another 500.
Another what?
Another 5.
Bro, he get that in what? A season. Come on, quit playing, man.
He might get another 5, man. I'm saying 4,000 is like 500
It ain't
threes.
No problem. It's Steph.
It's a lot as well, man.
Yeah,
I'm not taking nothing away from him hitting the 4,000 because I think James Harden might be 800 behind him or something. So maybe James more than Noah. It may be more than that. I'm saying so. I think the number 2 is James Harden, and he has a ways to go to catch up with him. So I'm not taking any away from the 3-point shooting. Like he's transcending the game.
Yeah.
When we talk about 3-point shooting, we talk about Steph Curry. The way he's able to come across half court, pull it. The way he's able to get the shot off real quick. Pretty much shooting it, coming off screens. We're talking about threes, the distance, having that endurance to shoot it that deep at the end of the game while still coming off those screens. I give him all of that.
Okay.
My point is that when we talk about the GOAT discussion and putting him in that conversation, you can't put him in that conversation.
We absolutely do. Listen, let me tell you what's cooler in the NBA other than shooting a 3 on somebody, man.
Duncan on somebody.
Man, he made washing a dude up.
Yeah.
You feel me? Breaking them ankles, shooting a 3. He made that look better than dunking on the dude. Yes.
I'm saying
dudes get dunked on every day.
In the beginning, yes.
Listen, you get trade.
You know what? I take that back. I will give you that.
You get trade out there?
He shooting a 3 on somebody in their face after you done.
It's demoralizing.
Yeah. I give you that.
It take the wind out of these sails.
Again, that's what I say. Like when it comes to the 3-pointer,
look at all we brought you, man.
I give you that, but as far as because we can't say GOAT because when we talk
we can say GOAT. We saying GOAT.
When we talking about Finals MVPs, you only have one.
And we saying GOAT.
You can't say
change
GOAT.
The game, GOAT
from the 3-point line.
No, change the game how it's being played.
But he wasn't.
Listen,
but he wasn't.
You don't play like the Suns.
Team.
You play like the Warriors is what you play like
now. But I'm saying, but that format.
Look at all we brought you, Phoenix, though, brother. The least you could say is thank you. I'm just saying.
Man. Honestly, man, if you talk to a lot of older heads, man, they don't want to see all them threes, man.
Who don't?
Man, the youngsters want to see it, but when we talking about students of the game, when we talk about the old heads, like they're gonna take, nah, man, I want to see you bring it up, set up the offense, and run that thing through the big man.
You remember when Reggie Miller used to shoot them threes, bro?
He wouldn't shoot them like that.
No, I'm just saying, but you remember when he shoot them, and he was like, man, ain't nothing like it, man. This dude is awesome, man. Awesome. How he's shooting like this.
But then Ray Allen came behind him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and now
did he do it like Reggie though?
Yeah, because I'm saying because he was the all-time 3-point leader before Curry broke.
He ain't do it like Reggie though.
What you mean he
like
didn't?
That sniping part, because Ray had a lot more other things to his game. You know what I'm saying?
But again, let's go here.
Where we going with?
A young Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen, Milwaukee. Is it similar to a young Steph Curry with the handles?
No.
I'm saying, because to me, I would say game wise, I'm gonna go Ray Allen, because Ray Allen could dunk on you.
I was gonna say because Ray, yeah.
I'm saying a young Ray,
he get aggressive.
But I'm talking about if you're talking about, so if Ray Allen, if you take a young Ray Allen and put him in the NBA now with the freedom to shoot the threes like they have now,
with that shot,
with those handles.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he would have no problem. But that's like me saying, okay, well, what about if Reggie Miller was playing? Like, I say, okay, I'm gonna say
no on the Reggie, because Reggie didn't have the handles.
Reggie just come off that,
come off the screen. But I'm saying, when you take,
that's a hard shot.
That is a hard shot to make. But I'm saying, when you have a player like Ray Allen and Steph Curry who can create their own shot based off their handles, and then you take a Ray Allen who was 6'6", who can get to the cup and punch on you.
Yeah. That was different.
It was different. So I'm saying, I'm not taking anything from myself. I'm saying, if you take a Ray Allen and you put him in today's game with the way he was in Milwaukee, with that shot and those handles, and able to get to the rack, like he was there before. He was already at the top as far as top 3-point shooter. Yeah. So just imagine putting him in today's system to where like he can shoot 10 to 15 threes a game.
I'm gonna say this right here. I don't think it's nobody from the past we could bring up into the present day that's gonna take any shine away from Steph. And when I say that, I mean in regard that what Steph is doing, we always talk about other people's attributes, but we fail into to say, hey man, this, you do know this dude is 6'2".
You right.
You do know his how much he weigh. Like, we playing. When we talk about AI, you don't forget that. But why, when it comes to Steph, you like, man, what he doing? This is awesome, bro.
I'm not taking anything.
This has never been done before. You've never seen.
He's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. But we can talk about Steph in that 4,000 all day on the podcast, man. But let's transition to one of your other favorites who played with y'all.
Who's that?
Man, KD, man. You know, right now, he's still doing his thing as far as individual wise, but what you think happened to KD after he left? Granted, the injury, because he came back from injury. He's been better since the injury, prior to the injury. But what do you think has happened to him as far as not being able to find the perfect fit to kind of get back to the top? Not just winning chips, but just getting and going deep in the playoffs.
I think a lot of time, man, people want to, be the author of their own book, and then sometimes, the focus really don't be where it needs to be. I think him with the mentality saying, hey, all I want to do is hoop. Listen, I got that.
Yes.
That what you want to do is hoop, but what you not understanding when it comes to hooping, it take a team.
It take a team, yeah.
And so there's other intangibles other than I'm just going out here hooping.
Yeah.
We gave you a situation. I'm not even going to, keep getting into that. But we gave you a situation where all you had to do was hoop. Because everything else, we provided this.
And you got in your feelings.
I'm looking at where you went. Everywhere else you went.
Yeah.
You had to do more than just
hoop.
You had to be a leader.
Yes.
You had to be accountable. Ooh. You had to be a motivator.
Yeah. And go on the stage, you had to do that.
No.
All you had to do was
who
hoop.
You motivate?
Because you had a leader in Draymond. A motivator in Draymond.
Yep.
You had that in Clay. You had that in Steph. all you had to do was just go out there
and hoop
and let it fly. And when you let it, when you
that's
just
what
hoop,
you want to do.
Yes. But like I said, you got in your feelings with the Draymond situation, which I don't think that should have ran you up out of there. But again, you don't, like I say, we don't know everything. But then you go to Brooklyn and you bring in Kyrie, you bring in Harden, and it don't work because you don't have the supporting cast that you need.
Right.
To make that happen, because in Golden State you had the supporting cast, you had the players coming off the bench like Livingston, Barbosa, you had all those players. Playing who the other big man y'all got there now? The tall one,
Looney.
Yeah, all them was there. Man. Like those players were a great supporting cast. When you get to Brooklyn, there's no supporting cast. It's just you, Harden, and Kyrie, which y'all stayed hurt between all three of y'all, and then you move on now to Phoenix, and it's you, Booker, and what's the other guy? I know his name.
The one with the no trade clause.
Yes, Bradley Beal.
Yeah, there you go.
So you got y'all three, but like your supporting cast is not up to par. So you out there hooping, doing your thing, and in Brooklyn and in Phoenix, but again, you're not that leader that they need you to be. You're not that motivator, and you're not say y'all follow me. You're not that type of player. Yeah. Talent wise, one of the best talents the league has ever seen. But I just feel like what has happened is, like you said, you don't have all those intangibles that you had in Golden State that wasn't in Brooklyn, not in Phoenix or whatever. So. Right. I just feel like he's going to continue to go out there to get his 25 to 27 a game. And if he don't get back with the Warriors, then this is how his career is going to end for him.
Look at all we brought you. I don't know what else to
Yes.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He really could go out bad.
Yes, he's going to me.
You got
is going out bad.
You got a couple more missteps.
Yeah,
and you really, with all this talent, you could go out here bad, bro.
Yes, and I say he can go out bad because it's not like a LeBron. Like LeBron, when he went to different teams, I won. Like you done went to two different teams where you done had some great talent with you,
right? And
you hadn't been able to even get in the playoffs as much. So, and that's the thing. Like, you're not making no noise to even get in the playoffs. You can't even carry your team. The only good year they had playoff-wise was when he was in Brooklyn and they played Milwaukee. I think that's the year Milwaukee won the championship. And remember, the 3-pointer, his toes on the line. Yeah. And they lost. I think that's the best run you done had since Golden State.
Right.
That's the best run you done had. So it's like, man, like, how you gonna, like, if you want to be the author of your own book, like you say, you need to tap page out. Yeah, you need a cast to where like all you need to do is hoop, like you say, and that's it.
You need somebody to proofread that thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a couple.
Yes, you got a couple misspelled words.
There you go. Your period is supposed to be a comma.
The punctuation not right.
Quotation mark here. You know.
Man, put that thing through AI. Let it.
There you go, or something. Because what he doing right now is looking crazy. And
yes, it is. So
Phoenix, bro.
Let's talk about the person who has pretty much been robbing every team he'd been on since Indiana.
Oh, security.
Man, let's talk about Paul George, man. I understand the injuries has plagued him throughout the years, but in your opinion, is he the same type of player that people still expect him to be?
What you mean, same type of player? You got to take this one. What?
What
type of player do they take him to be?
Taking over the game late, you know what I'm saying? Going. I'm finna go get you 30.
He ain't start like that.
PG-13, like when he was running with that nickname, like I'm finna give you these buckets.
He need a big brother, bro. Remember when he first came in and we had a Danny Granger?
Yeah, they had the Granger.
Yeah, don't forget, man. Yeah. Listen, he need a big bro. Yeah, that's why he trying to go run to find somebody to get up under, but them ain't the right guys.
It ain't the right guys. Cause I'm looking at it, it's like you not like, it's not the same desire no more, man. Like the fire ain't there. Like you were so into the podcasting that you had to step away from it to get back to the game. So to me, you can't separate the two. But I'm looking at you on the court and they give you all this money. Like I'm not, hey, get your bag, but as far as the expectations, like they still expecting to see you perform at a high level because you look at a Steph who still performing at a high level. You look at a LeBron who's still performing at a high level. You look at a KD who's still performing at a high level. You look at a Kyrie before he got hurt, still performing at a high level. So it's like, and even Westbrook still performing at a high level. So you look at those players that you've been playing with all these years, and you pretty much the only one who's not performing at that level. Granted, the injuries have plagued you this year as well, but outside of that, it's not there. And I'm like, is this the beginning of the end? Is Philly your last stop?
Cause you ain't Kawhi. Kawhi got a chip.
Yeah.
What you doing, man?
Kawhi, dude. Yeah, he does have that
you
chip.
and Harden, y'all finna go out sad around here, man.
Yes. Cause Harden is another one. Yep. You keep.
But with Harden, man, the expectation. Other than when he was in Houston, they was on his helmet.
They was, yes.
Yeah, like, hey, man, when you gonna do something? But after Houston is. They done kind of backed up off of him. It's just, Harden gonna be him.
Yep.
We ain't worried.
And Harden fizzled, because you think about it, it reminds me of the Allen Iverson. Once he hit that certain age, and once he hit that wall, it was over with, because for one, the athleticism declined, the quickness declined a little bit, and I don't have nothing else to rely on. Like, granted, AI didn't have a cold jumper, but his impact was being able to get to that basket. Like Paul George, you got a jumper.
You know what's bad about Paul George?
What's that?
It ain't his game, man.
What is it?
It's here, bro.
It's there?
It's here and here. It's hard.
It's hard, man.
Because when you look at him, you like,
what is this?
No, bro, it ain't because of your skill. Yeah. Like, it's you who don't want it.
Because the skill set is there. Like, his skill set is there to where you can change the way you play the game. If you look at a Vince Carter changed the way he played the game as he got older. He went more to a jump shooter. If you look at the Melo always had a jumper, but he relied on that jumper more later on in his career. To me, Paul George, you can do the same thing. You can stick it to the basket and bang on somebody, but you're not going to do it every night.
Right.
So now you work on that mid-range game. If you look at DeMar DeRozan, he's still performing. Like, I'm mid-range.
Ain't nothing wrong with Paul George mid-range. It's him.
It's him, man. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like I think, to me, like, when he came on and said he going to step away from the podcast, I was like, brother, you can't even...
They got on his helmet behind the podcast.
Behind the podcast.
Hold on.
Yeah, they did.
You got extra energy to talk on the podcast, but we can't get you to get 1 or 2 loose balls or 2 rebounds.
And you doing that podcast every day.
To go to initiate some contact in the whole. Hey, man, you playing with us, man.
But and
you've been stealing our money.
While we talking about this podcast with them,
yes, sir.
You know what's about to happen with that? I think they gonna start putting in their contracts. No podcast during the season. I think that's going to be...
Because y'all doing too much. I can't do back-to-backs, but you on the mic talking.
You're talking about the game you just played in from your perspective.
Right.
But you hyped up to do that every day, but you can't get out here and perform. Like, I think it's going to come down to where, like, this is going to be a league-wide rule. No podcasting during the season, because y'all can't focus on...
You signed that new contract,
yeah,
for sure.
It's going to be in there, because I think what it is messing up the game in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Granted... When we talk about getting your money, like you getting your money and your sponsors from your podcast, but when it starts to affect your play on the court, then I think that's where it becomes an issue. And I think by him stepping away, you're opening the doors for the owners and the GMs to be like, you know what, let's implement this in, because you see him, he can't even perform on the court. We don't need our players doing that.
Right.
So I think that's coming down the pipeline. Hopefully, and now he's off for the season. He had some injection in his knees, and now he's done for the rest of the season, along with him and Embiid. I think he's making what, 30-something million this year.
So y'all won a high draft pick. This is the game now.
Yeah,
y'all playing.
They playing. Like, I'm paying you 30-something. I'm paying Embiid what, by 40-something. If I'm not mistaken, like I said, around those.
That owner told him, hey, man, you out for the season, man. You better not pick that mic up one more time, man. Talking about, you listen, you want to be a sports analyst, give me my money back.
For real.
Nah.
For real. Give me my money back,
I need my money.
Man, I'm getting 30 and I'm out here on the
next day. Yeah, you putting a 10 on the 2 at this point, man. Nah, we can't do that.
But like I say, that's where it's headed. I think they're going to stop that, man, because you guys, because like I say, they're not out there performing like
you stealing, bro.
You stealing.
That's like that boy in what his name is, that linebacker on the Cowboys.
Oh, you talking about?
Hey, bro, you need to get off that mic.
Yeah, man.
Because the way y'all playing,
man. Because that's why what his name, Lawrence left.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, he was like, man, I ain't
Why you keep talking?
Yeah.
Man, listen.
You about to get these.
Yeah.
These hands and feet put on you.
I know, man, when I used to lose, man, I ain't feel like talking about nothing.
Nobody. Man,
we don't have nothing to talk about. Not just me.
Man,
we don't.
Man, on the deployment, we was in Iraq, and we had a little basketball league out there. We lost the first game, man. I don't want to talk to nobody, man. This a rec league.
Hey, man, it's gonna be all right.
Man, leave me alone. I want to.
It wasn't that bad.
I don't want to talk to nobody.
We'll get them next year. Next year.
And I ain't making no money for this.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So the intensity is not there, man. All right, man. Let's get into the West as far as the top 3 teams.
Okay.
In the West. So I'm gonna go my top 3 right now. I'm gonna go with OKC. I'm gonna go with the Lakers, and then I'm gonna go Denver. Those are my top 3 teams in the West. And I say that OKC, they're gonna be the number 1 seed. I think right now LA is. I think they may be the third or fourth seed right now. But that's only that's record wise. But when we talking about the way they look, the way the momentum, I think going into the playoff, they're going to be the second best team. I think with Denver, I think they cracked the code on Denver. Granted, Denver did beat Golden State the other night, without Jokic and without Murray. But I think as far as a whole, I think most teams have cracked the code on Denver on how to defend them. So I think going into the playoffs, I don't think they're going to be able to turn it on and make a strong push like they used to. They're not as dominant as they used to be. Like they're not that feared team like people seen them, because you have young teams like OKC coming up. Even with Minnesota's still dangerous in the playoffs. So I think those younger teams, like even older teams now with the Lakers, I think they've cracked the code on how to play and defend Denver. So I don't think Denver is the favorite to win it no more. But those are my top 3 teams.
Okay. I would say my 3. I got Denver. I got Golden State. And then I got the Timberwolves. Hey, listen, feel free to talk to me in the comment section. I do talk back now.
Man,
yeah,
they talk back. And you say,
that's how I see it.
And you say Golden State, like I say, I would give them 4th, because right now with the addition to Jimmy Butler, I think they're what 14-2, 15-2, something like
15
that.
15-2 right now.
15-2. So like I say, the momentum is there. He was the missing piece, and in order for them to get back in that, really they're in the playoffs right now. So they made a huge jump, but again, it's yet to be seen in the playoffs with them. So now Jimmy, the playoff Jimmy can't.
When you say it's not been seen by who?
Because I'm saying
who you talking about?
I'm talking about. All I'm saying, we keep
Butler?
saying, yeah, I'm saying people talk about playoff Jimmy, but we talk about playoff Jimmy with him leading the team, though. So when we talk about Miami, he was the leader on the team. But pretty much every team he's been at, for the most part, he's been the leader.
Yeah.
With Golden State, he's not the leader on the team. So as far as how that transition over into the playoff, if he turns into playoff Jimmy, that means he has to take over. So that might be a little bit difficult when you got a Steph, when you got a Draymond, when you got those shooters on the team. So Miami has players, but they didn't have a number 2 go-to like that. With Golden State, you got a number 1 already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying it's not going to be an instant playoff Jimmy, because he has to understand, like, I might have to take a back seat at some point during the playoffs.
I want to say this right here.
What's that?
When it comes to Draymond, Draymond got a code D right now.
He got a who?
He got a code D. He got a crimey.
What you mean?
You know what I'm saying? He got a co-defendant with him. Yeah. He got a fall partner, if you will.
If it go left, huh?
Yeah, man, if it go left, listen, it's going to go left, and we're going to make it go left. Listen, I just need you to back my move out here on the court. You see?
Just roll with it.
That's it. Yeah. I got to listen, the driver and the shooter.
Yeah, that's it.
So he got somebody who clicked up on the defensive end who's going to back his move. When we talk about, listen, we just got done whooping feet when it comes to the Bucks yesterday without Steph.
Yeah.
So that gave us, see, here's what people are missing. One, we got the young boy Kuminga. He's just getting back into the lineup. Yeah. We got a young Pods. Yeah. He's just getting back into the lineup.
Mooney when we look good.
At, listen, Moody, he doing it defensively and hitting that 3.
What's the left hand? The white guy.
Are you talking about Pods or center?
No, the one coming up.
Pazinski.
Yeah, him.
Yes, he came back. That was with facing the Bucks. So we got a lot of pieces that are coming back at the right time. Man, if we get this thing together, that first and second string, Gonna be awesome. But we have folks who are solidified when we talk about Looney, when we talk about Dre, when we talk about Butler, and when we talk about Steph. They have that playoff experience. The other guys, they already playing with confidence. We give them a little bit more confidence, man. It's going to be a problem up in here.
And that's what I'm saying about the playoff Jimmy. You may not, we may not see the typical playoff Jimmy that we've grown accustomed to because of the team that you guys have.
Let me ask you, who would stop him?
Who would stop Butler?
Who would stop understanding what we need to do to win, and them saying from the standpoint we need to do X, Y, and Z to win the game. Steph know the game. Hey man, I need for him to go off. I need him to get these boys in foul trouble. I got to get him started first. And that's he ain't knowing?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the playoff Jimmy might be a different version from what we've grown accustomed to seeing.
We just need a piece of it, brother. We don't need the whole thing.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying because, and so that's what go back. People are saying playoff Jimmy. We're not going to see the same playoff Jimmy.
You would see blowouts if you saw that. That's what you would see. You would see what you seen when we had KD. And the Stars didn't even play the fourth quarter.
I know, man.
Is like, what you seen.
That was a scary time for the league, man. But
I enjoyed it.
Of course you did. You was a fan. But like I say, it was a scary time. Yeah. It was also an enjoyable time to see them play like that. But at the same time, it still was a cheap move. It was a cheap move. I wasn't happy, man. I'm saying, looking back on it, you be like, man, you appreciate it now because of what they was able to do. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really think about it,
right?
Like the runs they was able to make, the scoring, like you wasn't gonna beat them. Like teams knew they wasn't gonna beat them. LeBron knew I wasn't gonna beat them unless we played perfect basketball for 48 minutes. But again,
he knew he wasn't gonna win.
Yeah, I'm saying like at the end of the day, if you going into the game, I'm going in to win it.
Yeah.
But if you just looking at the X's and O's, you're looking at the players, you're looking at
right there's why he's disqualified from the GOAT conversation.
Nah.
Jordan ain't never went to a game and said, "Man, I know we ain't winning."
I'm not saying he said it, but I'm saying if I'm looking at it, I'm looking like it's gonna be tough for us to.
That's your boy.
He never said it. I'm saying it. Like looking at it, it's like we can't.
He called you and said it. Rich Paul told you, he said.
He ain't called me and said it, man. All right, man, let's get into the East, man. So, we named our top 3 teams in the East. I mean, in the West. Let's talk about the East, man. Really, the West, the East, we don't really talk about as much, but I'm going to go with the top 3. I'm going to say Cleveland. Cleveland, number 1. And not just because record-wise. I just think the way they're playing right now, I think everybody's playing on a high level and everybody understand their roles from Mitchell to Garland to the bigs. Everybody understands what they need to do on the floor. I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go Boston. Granted, because they won the chip last year, same team. You know what I'm saying? In the playoffs, they're gonna be scary. Like it's gonna be hard to beat them in the playoffs. And I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna go with the Knicks. I'm gonna go with New York, man. I think the addition with Cat, I think that's gonna help them in the playoffs. Like granted. Brunson he hurt right now, but I think the Knicks going into the playoffs, I think they have what they need in order to get over the hump. Not get to the finals, but to make a solid run in the playoffs. Man, what you laughing at, man?
Go ahead,
man. I'm just saying. I think the Knicks.
I was laughing at that.
Pause. So, what you say about my top 3?
I'm cool with it, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even watch the JV League, man. I don't even watch.
You ain't paying attention to the JV squad, huh? I just showed when it's time for the varsity to play.
Listen, bro. It's really only 2 teams out there, and you named them.
With Cleveland, Boston.
Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland, and then depending on what kind of Celtics you run up on.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just
because Milwaukee they not really like they're beatable, but whoever come out the West is gonna win it, man. But I just think if Cleveland can come out the East, they have a better chance, but they just not.
It's one reason that I'm not going to say that.
What's that?
What makes the West so dangerous is that when the playoffs get locked in, depending on the matchup, it could go either way, and when you fighting it out like that on the West, depending on who it is, go up against it's certain teams on the West. If you play the Celtics, man, you're gonna have a problem.
You're gonna have a problem,
There's certain teams that again, if they play the Cavs, they'll have a problem. So it depends on. I'm not gonna say it's just a foregone conclusion that the West is going to win it, because depending on your matchup playoff wise in the West, we just don't. We really don't know, man. We gonna find out.
We gonna find out, man. But like I said, my Lakers would be there in the finals, man. Bron get back, man. I know people been talking about Bron was faking the injury because he wanted to go see his son play in the title game.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Man, that man wasn't faking, man. Yeah. That man pulled the groin, man. So it just happened to be during the high school playoffs to where he had a chance to go see his son play, man. Like I don't see nothing wrong with going to see your son if you hurt. If I'm hurt, man, hey y'all excuse me so I can go.
Man, I think Big T might have something to do with this, man.
Who was Big T?
What you mean, who was Big T, bro?
Who was Big T?
Come on, man. Your commander-in-chief, bro. Come on, the commander-in-chief. From what I heard, man, you know, he making it tight over on that border, man, and LeBron ain't had that access to get that adamantium like he used to. You know, them shipments then slowed up.
Man, that man ain't taking nothing, man.
You know, them illegalities, man, just ain't been coming through there like talking
he
about. He
not taking nothing,
You
man.
didn't hear that?
Nah, man, he ain't taking nothing.
Yeah, man, they said they had something with a box with his name on it.
Man, if he is.
They had that at the...
Man, if
it's at the border now, man. He can't get through.
If he is taking something, man, that's
some
supply,
of that Lufarigno.
That supply is high. Like that's not going. I'm not running out of that. Like somebody had the 1,000 bottles of baby oil. He got about 1,000 bottles or whatever. Allegedly, they're saying he's taking.
Well, we just hope for a speedy recovery. You know.
That man playing at a high level. Man,
the church gonna keep him lifted up.
All I say is this: LeBron is able to play at this level because you got to think about it. When he was younger, his athleticism was through the roof. So right now at 40, his athleticism and agility is of a late 20, early 30-year-old. So it's still there. So like it's not gonna be a big decline because he was already super athletic already. So now you got to think about it. I'm 40, but my athleticism is that of a 28, 29, 30-year-old.
Let me tell you something.
What's that?
LeBron got a soft muscle tissue.
What you mean?
He come back too early, he'll rip that thing off the bone.
But that's why he's
so that's why. Listen, that's why this thing is really more serious than they letting on.
But
because this ain't nothing where I could just jump out there, out there, man, and tear that thing up and
he
be out
problems.
for the season.
He has problem with his groin. Like the last few years, he's pulled his groin and stuff like that. So this is a recurring injury. So he understands it. So
right.
so if he is taking something, man, we're gonna take a double dose just to
listen to
playoff run.
Michael Jordan told you, man, kids, man, stay away from that stuff, man. It just ain't cool, man.
Why are we talking about LeBron, man? Let's talk about what he did to Stephen A. Smith, man. Him running up on Stephen A. during the third quarter of the game. What's your take on that, my brother?
Yeah, let me go so you can close us out with it. I'm gonna say he wrong.
Why?
Hey,
why
man,
he wrong?
Listen,
man?
handle your candle. You know, listen, get at who you mad at.
Who you mad at?
No, if his son had the problem, let your son handle that. The same way that you went and reprimanded your mama. Yeah, talking about sit show you know what down. When she came defending you during the game.
Ooh, same type of energy.
Same energy.
Ooh, I ain't think about that.
Yeah, that disrespect.
That's the same type of energy. Yeah.
You want to talk? You talking to a journalist? Mm-hmm. You're talking to a journalist about something that he had to say about your son.
Yeah.
One, you are the professional, a professional at the highest level, bro. I've seen you walk away and ignore so much stuff on the basketball court. Don't tell me what Stephen A. said to you had you that riled up that you had to listen. You really did it to him. Listen, you really picking and choosing.
So what you think it was then?
You picking and choosing. Mm-hmm. You did that because you felt like you could do it and get away with it. Mm-hmm. I done seen dudes do stuff to you on the court where I'm knowing like, hey man, you should have been squabbled up immediately.
Yeah.
And you just turned around, you took it in stride. Mm-hmm. But you see Stephen A., man, you over him, man. This an elder, man. Why you up on this dude like that, bro?
I just think like
it was a bad look. To me,
it was a bad look. Like I said, I understand both sides of it because the way it's broken down. Stephen A. said he didn't come at me as on some basketball. He came at me as a father. You talking about my son. Now, if that's what Stephen A. got from it, then I understand it. But would I approach him on during the game, after the game, no, I'm going to catch it somewhere else. So like I say, I see why everybody was in an uproar about him approaching him during the game on the court. Because you like you say, I can get away with it. You're right. I can get away with it. It got security. Like, it's not going to go nowhere. I'm going to be able to pop off. And then Stephen A is not really going to say anything because that's not how he get down. Like, he going to do it on the show. But I think LeBron's issue was that the way Stephen A was going in on him, going in on Bronny. It's not that because you pleading with me to, man, stop this, don't do this to your son. But I'm looking at it like Bronny was a 7th round pick. Like, it wasn't like he went number 1 or number 2. Like, he wasn't a top pick. Every player that was drafted in the same round with him, the numbers are all the same.
How you got that contract, bro?
And you're right. Like,
how you got that contract
his contract is a regular contract for any player. Man,
oh, what?
His contract is the same as any other player, man.
You tripping.
His contract is no different. So my thing is this. The reason why they're going in, or Stephen A went in so hard on Bronny, is because he's LeBron's son. That's it. If Bronny was anybody else's son, they wouldn't say anything. How many other 7th round draft picks have they talked about? None. They hadn't talked about any other
scoring what he's scoring.
And all of them are scoring the same amount of points. That's drafted right around. They all are scoring the same amount of points. He's not performing no higher or no less than any other player. No, he's not. It's all because he's Bron's son. Nah, in the G League, he's doing his thing because that's what he's developing.
That's where he should have been.
But that's where he's at. Like, he's not
with no NBA contract.
He's not getting no major minutes. His contract,
he's getting some major money.
His 2-way contract, it's the same as any other player in his draft class, in his round he went in. So my thing is this, it'd have been different if Bronny was out there playing 15-20 minutes a night and he's not doing anything. It'd be different if he was starting every game. He's not doing any of that. All he's doing is sitting on the bench and playing and playing in the G League
for LeBron, but that's cool.
I'm not putting the cape on, man.
When you tell any NBA team, anybody who draft my son, I'm going to come play with you. What you doing?
He getting his son in the league. It's no different
than
you.
Your son ain't good enough to be nowhere.
It's no different than
he good enough to be in the G League.
It's no different.
And when he in the G League, he getting cooked out there.
No, he's not. He averaging like 20 in a game in the G League.
Man, come on.
What Bron did is no different than an owner.
They didn't start paying people, not probably let the boys score.
What Bron did is no different than an owner making his son the GM. It's no different.
So if somebody calling you out on it, what you mad at?
What he mad about because you going
if you're not doing a good job.
My thing it is
one thing if you was doing a good job.
Bronny's not even playing. My thing it is
because you don't need to play.
He's going in like Bronny was a 1st round draft pick.
No, he's going in because his daddy put him on that pedestal. The same way when LeVar was out there with his sons, and he put his sons out on the pedestal, they told him the same thing. Hey, man, quit doing this with your sons. But guess what? His sons elevated.
They elevated.
His sons was actually supposed to be there.
Yes.
The other one who wasn't, guess what? He didn't make it, so he just started making music.
But he didn't make it. He didn't make it because Jello didn't make it because he got in trouble in college.
Listen, and at the end of the day, it's going to be your game too.
Yeah.
So you got 2 out of the 3. But they still receive scrutiny because of their father. So LeBron, who are you that we can't scrutinize you too?
And I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Like I say, I felt like LeBron shouldn't have did it in that moment, in that fashion. He could have did it a different way. All I'm saying is his take on it my take on it as far as why he did it. Now, do I agree him doing it in that way? No, he could have did it a different way. I'm just saying that in that moment, I think he felt like Stephen A took it a little bit too far. So it's like I'm gonna match energy with energy. So
I'm gonna say this.
What's that?
When it comes to how you supposed to move out here, is certain people that you don't that you know how to put them in certain places because you don't want them in the limelight. You know how to put Savannah over here tucked away, not in the limelight. You know how to put your kids when they're younger over here tucked away in the limelight, not away from the limelight, because I don't want them around the paparazzi and the scrutiny and everything that comes with it. Now, when you bring it upon yourself to one of the best minds of basketball, to take your son, who you know ain't fit to play on nobody's starting 5 in the NBA. You know this.
Yes.
It ain't, you know he's not fit.
He is fit.
bro. He can't. It ain't a team in the league he could start on.
He's not going to start. He's not going to start. Yeah, no, he's not going to start.
LeBron knows this.
Yeah.
So what he does is he puts his son out there, knowing, hey man, your sons ain't ready. I knew one thing. Them ball boys was ready.
Yeah, the ball was ready.
Yeah.
Like, to me, you got to think about it. Bronny come off the heart surgery, man. Like, it's gonna take him some time. Like, I think now he's finding his confidence in the league, because you got to think about it. In college, he came late. Like he didn't start the year off at USC. Like, he came like mid-season. So I'm saying he has to get back into that. He had to get back into that rhythm. I don't think, like, Bronny, he's not gonna be a starter nowhere. Is he gonna be a nice? Could he be a coming off the bench, give you some Gary Payton Jr. minutes? Yes.
Is he better than Gary Payton?
Not right now. I'm saying, but
it ain't nothing about his game look
but
like
I'm
Gary
saying
Payton.
He can be that type of player when we talking about defending the ball. And to
bro,
me, his shot better than Gary Payton Jr.
And you out your mind.
Man, the shot is better, man.
You out your mind.
He can jump like Gary Payton Jr. can jump.
No, he can't.
Bronny can jump.
You out your mind.
Man, like he has the potential not to be a starter, not to be a great scorer, but he has the potential to get on the team and give them some valuable minutes, however long the span lasts. But then again, you have to look at it. Bronny going to the Lakers, man, you know how much money Bronny's bringing in, man? The number one jersey sale? Like, this is bigger than me just getting on the court, man. My fan base got me to the league as well.
How do we talk about LeBron, man?
Yeah.
You got some people who love LeBron.
Yes.
Listen, you got folks who talk about LeBron like he the worst thing ever, but it comes with it.
Yeah, it comes with it.
So when somebody is talking about your son, who you brought up here, listen, if you ain't want him up in here, don't bring him up there.
It's not the fact you did that. But you talking about him as if he's done something in the league yet. Like, he's just getting started.
What we talking about is he's got a guaranteed contract. He doesn't deserve. He ain't doing nothing.
Why he don't deserve it?
And he's in the G League.
Why? So
you deserve a G League contract.
So he don't deserve it because Bron is his dad?
He don't deserve it because he ain't good enough.
He's not good enough to play. If he wasn't good
he's
enough.
Not good enough to play in the NBA. He is good enough to play in the G League.
If he would, like I say, and he's performing well in the G League, like I say, he's doing his thing in the G League. Now, is he ready to hop on the team right now and play valuable minutes and go out there and play 20 minutes? No. And I think that's the whole thing with Bron. Like, man, like he hadn't really, you hadn't seen him play in the league to even be scrutinizing him like that.
The man said, I just want to play with my son. They gave you what you wanted to the G League with you.
But my thing is this: we're going hard on him like this. Not something that Bron been planning. Like, he's been saying it. It'd have been different if this just boom and then it happened. Like, what it is? He's been telling everybody this is what he wanted to do. So when it happened, what's the problem?
The problem is that when you have him actually on the team,
yes, we
can't ignore the fact that we're looking at the talent, we're looking at the contract, and we're saying because back then you didn't have Luka.
Yeah.
We're saying, man, this money could have been better spent somewhere.
Because they done made that money back. Man, that contract they done gave.
It ain't about.
You know how much money Bron bringing in?
See, you talking about making money as an owner, and I'm talking about staffing a roster with players who can contribute today. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about,
but they have all they need. They have all they need to contribute to them winning the championship.
No, actually they didn't. That's why they had to go get Luka.
I'm saying, but Bronny's spot wasn't gonna be the deciding spot on them somebody contributing to the Lakers winning the championship.
Listen, of all the things that we critique,
that was a draft pick.
Listen, we're gonna critique everything. We're gonna critique LeBron don't want to shoot free throws. I'm going to critique LeBron plays positionless basketball.
Yes.
So guess what, Junior? You want to get some of this critique too.
That comes with it. So I'm not saying none of that doesn't come with it.
What you rolling up on me, because talking about keep his name out your M&F mouth, bro. You don't talk to people like that, bro.
Hey,
all the people, because you'll go run tell the commissioner, Draymond called me a B and get him kicked out. You do little stuff like that,
man.
LeBron did that, man. To the commissioner, yeah, you know it,
man.
Yeah, he kicked me and called me a B.
And Andre Money's best friend.
Hurry up, ran, told something.
And Andre Money's best friend. Man, you all right, man?
Listen, LeBron know one thing.
What's that, man?
I can't trust him.
And
he doing right.
Man, look here, man.
I got to keep him close.
LeBron said, I'm going to do what I got to do to protect my son, man.
LeBron playing the game, but Draymond is too.
Yeah, they are. Everybody playing, man. Everybody's playing, man. But guess what, man?
Talk to me.
Man, hey, man, it's that time, brother.
Yeah.
It's that time, man. We done had a good conversation today, man. We done talked about Golden State.
Yes, sir.
We done talked about the 3-point contest, 3-point shooting with Steph winning. We talked about Bron. We done talked about Bron, and we talked about Stephen A. Smith, man. Now it's time for us to end the show, man.
Yeah. Well,
I enjoyed myself today, man. You enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I did, man. We had a blast.
Glad to be back, man.
Come on.
Hey, guys. You've been listening to CourtSide, where we sit on the sideline and we discuss sports as if we can do it better ourselves. I'm your host, Mr. 300. You all know my co-host, the Bay to LA. Hope you guys enjoy yourself. See you guys on the next one.